So just a bit of a warning, today's video is gonna be very dangerous. Please do not try to attempt the things you see me do in this video because it could potentially hurt you or kill you. And that particularly goes for my nephews, Luke and Henry. So I have a problem on the farm today and I'm gonna try to fix it. You see, the other day, one of my buff gooses, so there's different breeds of geese that I have. I have Pilgrims, I have Emdens, I have Toulouse, and I have buffs. Well, one of my buff gooses, she actually hatched out a little clutch of 3 Goslings. You can see the mom right there. You can see the dad, Bruce the goose, right there. And then you can see actually her 2 sisters who've been helping out as nannies slash aunts. They're doing a really good job taking care of everybody. And I'm very serious, they've done a tremendous job taking care of these little ones right now. And so I'm inclined to let them continue to raise them. But the problem I need to address is where their nest is. You see, one of the reasons why I haven't torn down my dilapidated hoop coop yet is because I knew that this buff goose was actually sitting on a nest right there in the corner. And you know, every evening and a lot of times when they're taking naps, like that's where the goslings and the moms go. I've actually been trying to get in there and take out the eggs that didn't hatch so that they don't explode and make a mess. But unfortunately, there's been a little bit of a problem keeping me from it. Oh man, and they're starting to come right now. You see, there's a wasp nest that has been forming right up inside the door. And every time I've gone in there over the last 24 hours, I've gotten stung. I don't know if you can see it, I got a sting on here on my face the other day. I got one just this morning on my neck. I'm not sure if you can see it. It hurts. It doesn't kill me. I want to go tree climbing, Thomas J. But it's a big problem. And so I need to eliminate that nest. And I don't even want to stand here because I'm actually seeing them start to swarm me and get on me. Toby dog, you should be careful too, buddy. I don't want you to get stung. So in order to tackle a problem like this, I'm gonna need to change my costume. That's right. It's time for my beekeeper's costume. Yeah, so ordinarily I wear this when I'm taking care of my honeybees, but I think this is gonna come in handy when I'm dealing with the wasps. Abby is currently terrified of it. It's okay, Abs. It's okay, it's just me. Like Toby knows better, like he's not that concerned, but Abby is terrified. It's okay, sweetie. It's just me, it's just me. It's just me. Don't worry, sweetie, it's just me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work with her more. I have kept her very far away from the bees, particularly when I'm working with the bees. All right, now that I have this getup on though, let me take you inside and show you the problem that I'm dealing with. You can actually see it. It's like right up there at the base. It's not massive, but it's sprung up. And as I'm looking at it now, I can see it's actually a yellow jacket nest, I believe. I hate yellow jackets. I mean, you can actually see our little goose family wondering what the heck I was doing over there, messing with their nest. And Toby knows enough to stay away when he sees me suit up like this.
I don't know who's scarier, you guys or the yellow jackets. Neither seems very pleasant.
But yeah, let me give you the rundown of the plan. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this 5-gallon bucket, I'm gonna put some water in the bottom of it, and then I'm gonna go in there with this trowel and I'm gonna cut the nest off from the door frame. The nest is gonna then drop right into the bucket, and then I'll put this top right on top of the bucket. And I think if I give it a couple of hours, it'll basically drown the nest and I'll be in the clear. And the reality is I'll probably give it more than a couple of hours just to be safe. I might leave it in there for a couple of days. So I feel like that's a pretty straightforward plan, so let's get to work. All right, let's do this.
I'm not a smart man.
Oop, they're mad. So I got it cleared out. There's a handful of them flying around still. Not many. Maybe about a dozen. Most of them are inside the bucket. There's one of them that keeps landing on my mask. Now I'll be able to clear out their nest, see? Oh no, I got the sneezes. Okay, let's get out of here. I'm gonna locate this bucket over here, out of harm's way for a while. You get a good swirl around. There we go. And so I guess that, as they say, is that. Hey, Buff Goose family, things are much better. It'll be easier for me to deliver food to you now. You'll be able to raise up your 3 goslings in relative peace. And I'll come back a little later once these guys clear out and realize that their home is gone. I probably made a bigger deal of that than I needed to, given how easy it was, but I feel like I had a good, solid plan and it was well executed, so that's a plus. Oh no. Son of a gun. Hey! You calves, what are you doing? Oh man, these calves continue to be mischievous lately. What are you doing over here, guys? So it looks like my calves just broke into the chicken area. Oh no, now they're getting tangled up in the chicken wire and creating chaos. Nice work, Joey Ramone. You guys are supposed to stay over there now. You haven't been on this side of the pasture in about 4 days. I bet you I know what happened here too. They probably came over here to feast on the chicken food. I don't know if you guys remember in a recent previous video, I discovered that my chicken feed had been kicked over by something. I had a feeling it was the calves, but now I'm certain it's the calves. Okay, I know. You guys probably want your fresh pasture, huh? Well, I'm gonna give it to you. Now, I did not expect to have to do a pasture move in my beekeeper costume today, but here I am. How's it going, Belinda? Hey, cows! Come on, cows! 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 Fresh pasture! Come on, fresh grass! Let's go! Everybody wants the good stuff, I know. Yep, even the calves will follow along once they have the opportunity. Yeah, they did a pretty good job eating this stuff down. When the grass gets so long, I have these long woody stalks, they don't really touch that. But they do a good job eating everything else. And they leave lots of poops, which draws lots of flies. I'm actually making a video right now talking about how I'm handling the flies. You're not gonna wanna miss that one when it comes out. So while I'm getting out of the beekeeper's costume, it's probably a good time to introduce you guys to Frank and Bean. And now you might be saying, wait, who's Frank and Bean? What did I miss? Well, let me introduce you to Frank and Bean. So you remember the little gosling the other day that I rescued because their mom was not doing a good job being a mom? Well, that's Frankie right here. And then we got Bean, who was one of the ducklings that was hatched out by Generic Duck, my Cayuga mom. Frank has become very happy with me holding him, or her, or them. Beansy's a little bit more shy, but every time I separate them, Beansy freaks out because the two of them have become best friends. But yeah, Beansy was actually hatched out by that Cayuga mom, Generic Duck. I was going to have Frank live with the ducklings that are outside, but you know, especially a couple of days ago, they were just too small and they were getting bullied and picked on too much. So I decided to move them into this little studio apartment here with Bean, and Bean is really just meant as a companion. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I think in the next couple of days, I will move Frankie back in with the ducklings and chicks. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with Beansy. Like, part of me wants to bring her back to her mom outside, but then part of me says, nope, she and Frank have become such a dynamic duo that I shouldn't separate them. And so I'm struggling a little bit with what to do on this one. But one thing I'm not struggling with is what I want to do today with Frankie and Beanie, because I'm going to give them some peas because I know that they love peas. Yeah, that's right, Frankie. Here you go. Enjoy, guys. It really makes me happy to see Frank and Bean getting along so well together. You know, this is why it's important. You never want to raise a bird by itself. I actually think my long-term plan for Frankie is I'm going to keep them as a guard goose for my pasture chickens. So the chickens that live in the mobile hoop coop, you know, the one that the calves were just trashing a couple of minutes ago, I'm going to actually ultimately move him in with the flock out there. That will be one of those things where I, you know, will do it slowly. I'll probably raise Frankie with the chicks I have out living with the ducklings. When I start to separate those chicks off and get them acclimated to my flock outside, I'll start to do the same thing with little Frankie here. And ultimately, though, I think you're going to have the makings of a really good guard goose. Again, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with Beansy. Like, do I have Beansy live out there with them and just be sort of a weird outlier? Or do I bring Beansy back in with the rest of the ducks? I have a decision to make there, and I'm not sure what to do. Hey, Toby dog. Hiding from the rain? I don't blame you, buddy. Ever since I kicked out that mama goose, Toby has taken over that chicken tractor. He likes the shade, but also the fact that it's sort of open-aired. So these are Bean's siblings. They're actually doing really well together. Mama Duck is doing a great job with them. So I don't know, I might move Bean back in with them in a couple of days, or might not. I could move Bean in here with these little ones. Let's actually go around the other side. They were all inside because it's raining, but now they just went outside. Yeah, I mean, these guys are getting so big. You know, I'd be worried about Beansy fitting in here, because you can actually see Squirmy Little One there on the left of the screen taking a drink of water. And she is probably twice the size of Frankie right now, and so poor little Bean might get trampled. But I don't know, maybe it would work because the chicks are still so small. But yeah, these guys are growing up good. Everybody's doing really well out here. Pretty soon I'll start letting them have access to here. It's just that the chicks are still so small that they slip right through the fence. And speaking of, looks like Abby's been digging a hole into the other side here. Yeah, I'm talking about you, I know. Yeah, so Abby's still on her rest from her surgery. One thing that I've been struggling with is keeping a collar on her. You know, I got her that bodysuit and she ripped that after like, I don't know, 2 days or so.
Abby, what did you do to your bodysuit? You ripped through it like you're Hulk Hogan. This means you're turning back into a flashlight.
Come on, Abby, let's go. We're gonna have to do it because you ruined your bodysuit.
I'm sorry, flashlight, but this is why you can't have nice things.
And then I've gone through, I think that's the 3rd plastic e-collar or Elizabethan collar that I've had her in that keeps breaking them. She's like figured out how to just shatter them. Yes, I know you, little Miss Naughty. I'm gonna have to go to the pet store today to pick something else up for you. Yeah, like I said, I came out here this morning and that one was broken. But I still love you, Abby dog. Oh, actually, would you look at that? My 3 teenage goslings are pretty much starting to look like geese. You can see them there. Abby, hey, Abby, sit. Sit, don't try to chase the goslings. You can see them, there's 1, 2, 3. They're all right there. They're not full grown, but they're getting close. All right, dogs, come on. Gotta get you your food. Toby dog, by the way, if anybody's wondering, his Lyme recovery has been going good, really good. He's much, much better now. He's pretty much back to normal from what I've seen. Come on, Toby.